Been a while since I have done something like this, and I just wanted to come along and talk about a topic that is very close to my heart. So, we want to talk about today surprising ways that fear can help develop quiet confidence as an introvert. So obviously that sounds like how will fear help you develop confidence? Well, that's what I want to share. I want to share my journey. And I want to share it partly because I will be running a masterclass on the 24th of September at 7 p.m. And it's going to be focusing on how to move from quiet confidence to to developing your holistic success. So before we move on to holistic success, we obviously have to talk about that quiet confidence, right? And so I want to use this as an opportunity to introduce myself, to let you know what's coming up, and just to give you a bit of a flavor of what to expect in the masterclass. So at the end as well, you will find a link that you can sign up to join me on the masterclass for the day. For those who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Patience Ogumbono. I'm also known as the Visionary Introverted Woman, and I work typically with introverted women 40 plus to help to unleash that inner drive to go ahead and fulfill their ambitions, harness their introvert strengths, and unapologetically go after what they desire and achieve the holistic success that they want. And so I do this through coaching, through mentoring, through training, through speaking. And so you're meeting me here because I'm wanting to share on this topic, which is all about fear. And we know that introverts, even by description, even introverts are said to be shy, are said to be anxious, are said to be reserved. So from there, you know that fear is something that maybe can be amplified or look like it holds introverts back more. So, what I wanted to do was to actually share a bit of my story to talk about the fact that actually I have seen the benefit of engaging with fear. So, basically, it's all about, do you allow yourself to be paralyzed by fear or do you engage with it? So I believe that by engaging with fear, I've been able to do so many things and I've been able to develop quiet confidence. So I want to share that. And I think the main thing is engaging with fear as a question is one of the ways that I always do it. I think about fear as a question rather than just fact and final. It's a question that I need to answer, right? I kind of also see fear as a friend rather than foe, because we know that if we are not fearful, we can't protect ourselves. So sometimes fear is there as a friend to protect us, but we have to know to what extent is it being a fear, is it being a friend rather than a foe. So, and also as an introvert, using my introvert strengths of introspection helps me to reflect and understand what really am I being fearful about. So, and one of the things I love to do is to break things down in terms of acronyms, right? So the fear acronym has many different ways that people have described it. They've said false evidence appearing real, face every thing and rise, something like that. Face it or face every um, thing, maybe, or whatever you call it, and rise. So for me, I just looked at it and I thought, how have I addressed fear in my life? What acronym would I use? So the first one is F, and F for me means focus. So they say whatever you focus on expands, right? So I ask myself questions as somebody who is a coach and coaches other people. And my question is, what am I focusing on? And it might surprise me that I'm focusing on the wrong things. I'm catastrophizing about what is inconsequential and doesn't even matter. But by asking myself that question, what am I focusing on? And why am I focusing on it? That helps me to step away and take a closer look at what is happening around me or what is stopping me from taking action. So the E stands for energy. Now, it might be that I'm fearful, because I don't feel like I have the energy, the passion, the drive, the motivation to be able to do that thing that I want to do. Now, that thing that I want to do must be really important to me for me to put energy into it, for me to put time into it. And if I'm being fearful, it's a sign that, yeah, I really want to do it. So, what is the level of my really want to do it? What's the level? That's the energy, that's the passion. And is it also, as I said, I talk about strengths, is it also actually aligned to my strengths? Because when you're operating in a place that is not your strengths, of course, you'll be fearful. You'll be fearful of being found out. You'll be fearful of failing more than you'll be if you felt that you had the strength to do it, right? So that's one of the things that I feel like E for energy. Then we have A. A is for ambition. So I always talk about ambition. I always refer to ambition. And when we talk about ambition, we're saying, am I aiming too high, or am I aiming too low? Yeah. So basically, the truth about it is sometimes we are aiming too low, and the fear is not of or the fear that you're experiencing is actually of settling for something less than what you desire. But what if you have not explored that fear? You won't realize. You think I'm just being fearful because maybe it looks too big. Or by the time you start to look deep and underneath the surface, it's too small. You are shooting below the belt. You're shooting for what you don't really want. Then it might be that it's not aligned to your values. And that's why you are being fearful. So, and your ambition for life, to be able to live a fulfilled life, to live a legacy, you actually want to align with your values. You want to make something that you will enjoy. Fun and enjoyment is not a swear word. It's a valuable thing to focus on. It's a valuable thing to think about. They say work and work and work and doing things. It always feels like all you have to do is exert yourself, but you can have fun on the way. So the last one, R stands for resources. So am I fully resourced to be able to do this thing? And perhaps it's because I'm not resourced and I don't know where the resources will come from. That is why I'm struggling with my idea, with my dream, with taking a step forward. And I could sit down and go, oh, I don't have the money. I don't have the resources. I don't have the people that can help me. So, and then fear has created a sabotage for me. Whereas I could go, yeah, okay, I'm being fearful. I'm being fearful because I don't have. So, how can I have? Where can I find the resources? And when I engage with fear like that, it changes everything. It changes my perspective. It helps me to see things differently. And just like one of my mentors, Joyce Meyer, would say, she says, just because you're afraid doesn't mean you can't do it. Do it afraid. And that became a motto for me years ago when I discovered it, as I started following her. I started to say to myself, yeah, I might be afraid, but I'll do it afraid. And doing it afraid is by looking at fear and asking myself, what am I focusing on? Where's my energy level at? What are my ambitions around this? And what are the resources that I've got? So I just want to share that with you, but to say that these are the things that then help me behind the scenes quietly to walk and develop quiet confidence. And this is what I encourage my clients as well to do. Because when you're moving around shouting about the place, guess what? It also increases your fear, right? So you want to quietly do your thing, quietly develop your confidence, and meet head on the things and the challenges that you need to meet to achieve that holistic success. So why not join me on the 24th of September at 7 p.m. UK time, where we would look at how to move from quiet confidence into holistic success. What are the steps that you take? What are some of the barriers that you face? We'll expand on that even more. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, for you joining me on the masterclass. Click on the link below and sign up today. It's all free. And I look forward to you joining me on the masterclass. Take care. God bless.